y'all. Hey, and welcome back to Coffee and Conversations with me, your host, Minister Latreya. I'm going to apologize in advance. I think the allergies have gotten to me, so I've gotten a little scratchy throat, and I got some stuff going on up in my head and in my nasal passage. So I apologize for the sniffing and the scratchiness, and if I get into a coughing spell, I apologize in advance. Okay. So I am back this week with Coffee and Conversations, another episode. And if you are new here, each week, because as a new minister, I am traveling through the Bible. And so there are verses that jump out to me that I take the time to dissect from my point of view. And then I share them with you. I understand there's many of you who may be intimidated by the Bible. So was I. And so it's helpful to find someone who is also navigating those same waters with you to kind of share things from their point of view with the hopes that maybe this helps you to understand a verse or two. So this week we are coming from Matthew chapter 13, verse 54, and we're coming from the NRSV Daily Bible. And I'm just going to dive right in. Well, let me set the stage. At this point, Jesus has already traveled through a number of towns and healed a number of people. And he has decided that he is now wants to go. He's going home. He's going back to Nazareth. So that's where we pick up the text. Verse 54, he came to his hometown and began to teach the people in their synagogue so that they were astounded and said, "Where did this man get this wisdom and these deeds of power? Is this not the carpenter's son? Is not his mother called Mary? And are not his brothers James and Joseph and Simon and Judas? And are not all his sisters with us? Where did this man get all this?" And they took offense at him. But Jesus said to them, "Prophets are not with honor except in their own country and in their own house." And he did not do many deeds of power there because of their unbelief. Now, if you have left home to go to college, to join the military, or just simply to move away to pursue a job opportunity, and you went back home and you were so excited to go back home, like Jesus was, I'm sure he was excited to go back home and share his adventures and all the things that he had done up to that point. Some of us get home and instead of being greeted with the fanfare and the celebration that we think we are going to get, we are met with, "Who do you think you are? Who do you think you are?" I never forget, I was in the Navy and I was coming home on leave from San Diego. And I went to go visit my parents. I was at my parents' house. And I think one of my friends came to pick me up. And as I was leaving and coming out of the apartment building, it was a young lady on the steps who knew me before I left. And I didn't interact with her. I didn't say anything I said, "Hey, how you doing?" And I think that's what I said. And as I was walking by, she said, "Oh, you think you all that now?" You think you all that now? What? Where did this man get all of this? I think I'm all that. How? What are you talking about? I've never had, I didn't have a conversation with you since I've been home. But it wasn't the conversation that offended her, because she was clearly offended by something. It was my energy and my outward appearance. If you read my book, Beauty from Ashes, you know that my self-esteem was very low as a young woman. And when I left to go to the Navy, I had women there, Enid and Lisa, who poured into me and reminded me that I was beautiful, I was worthy, I was enough, like all of these things. Like I had these amazing women to pour into me. So when I came back home, she didn't see that slump shoulder down, eye contact to the ground Treya that she was used to. She saw this very standing upright, shoulders back, head up Treya. And that to her was offensive. And she wanted me to dim the new light I had found in myself to make her comfortable. No, baby girl, we're not doing that. So the same thing can happen with Jesus. He goes to Nazareth and he's telling people, he's teaching people in the synagogue. And some people, yes, were astounded, but there were other people who were like, who he think he is? He's just the carpenter's son. He's not the son of God. He's not the son of man. He's Mary's son. Who does he think he is? Where did he get all this power to think that he is something other than what we said he is? His sisters are still here with us. He ain't nobody. Many of us leave home to better ourselves, and we want those people who saw us when we were in the mud. We want those people to see that we no longer have to get it out the mud. But there's some people who are comfortable in the mud. Come on, God. There's some people who are comfortable with being in the mud and are offended because you said, no, I want to wash this off and I want to go do something else with my life. I don't want to play in the mud with you all day. His sisters are still here. Your family still live here. So you ain't no better than nobody. Yeah, you left and you got a degree. Yeah, you left and you got this wonderful job. Yeah, you left and you're traveling the world because you're now in the military or you got this big opportunity, but your family's still here in this neighborhood. So you ain't no better than us. You ain't no better. And it's, and it hurts us because we're like, but I want you to see that this opportunity is there for you too. I want you to see that you can be healed too. I want you to see that I can release you of all the pain and suffering that you're going through. All you have to do is believe in me. But because they were so dead set on reminding him that you are nobody, that he left and did not do many deeds there because of their unbelief. Their unbelief blocked their blessings. Okay. This morning I'm here and these are two things that I got from the text. Number one, go where you are celebrated and not tolerated. Go where, and where these places are that people are merely tolerating you. So stay away from them because what they want to do is for you to continue to come. So every time you come, they can knock you off, knock a peg off of you, knock a layer off of you. So eventually you will be like, yeah, I'm just going to sit down in the mud with them. Don't do that. Go where you are celebrated and not tolerated. And I think the most important thing I got from this is, you know who you are. You know whose you are. You know who God has called you to be. You know who God said you are. So stop letting the opinions of those that want to stay in the mud affect how you view yourself. They're never going to view you as anything except Lane and Bear's daughter. I'm talking to myself. They're never going to acknowledge that, yes, you are a self-published author. Yes, you are a life coach. Yes, you are a 50-year-old woman who just bought her first house with her wife this year. Yes, you are now a minister. They're never going to acknowledge that because they only see me as my parents' child. They only see me through the lens that the lens that they are capable of viewing me through. They got on readers. Come on. They got on readers. They only see me right here. They don't see me down there or over there or over there or up there. And when I say up there, I don't mean higher than them. Okay? They don't see me elevating to something other than what they want me to be. Holding me hostage right here. God, free me from your hostage. Okay? The chains that you had around me to keep me where you need me have been broken. Break the chains that are around you that people want to have used to keep you where they need you to be. Break those chains. You don't owe those people anything. Jesus left his hometown again. He left. It's okay to leave. It's okay to leave. It's okay to leave, block, unfollow, unfriend, all those things. Don't let any of those things deter you from your walk. All right? Don't let people's comments, who do you think you are? You're just a carpenter's son. You're just Mary's baby boy. Don't let those things stop you from who God has called you to be and who God says you are. So, 2 lessons. Go where you are celebrated and not tolerated. And stop listening to what people or who people think you are. And walk with your head up and your shoulders back, knowing that you are who God says you are. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the series, to the episodes, to the channel. We come back every week. I'll be back next week. Don't know what God's going to put in front of me for me to read and share. But I hope you join me back here just to be curious. All right. Drop down in the comments and let me know what your thoughts are. Matthew chapter 13, verses 54 through 58. That was my takeaway. Go where you are celebrated and stop listening to what people think you are or who people think you are and believe who God says you are. All right. You all be blessed. Have a wonderful week, and I will talk to you later. Bye.